Big thanks to Kamado Joe for sponsoring this episode. There's so many different grilling surfaces that you can use to grill a steak that it's hard to know which one is the right one for you. If you see me making recipes, it's all based on a certain amount of knowledge and skills. I know how to start up my barbecue. I know how to get it on temperature. I know how to regulate the temperature. I know a lot of things. But when I started out, I didn't know those things. There's a certain point that you gotta start out with. We all started with the same position, like no knowledge at all. Getting one of these cheap barbecues, failing, thinking that there should be a better way. Try again, in a different way, and a different way, and a different way. Until you come to the point where you've got everything dialed in. I got my barbecue set up like this. I'm using that type of charcoal. These are my fire starters. And I got these techniques to control my temperature in my barbecue. And then you keep on building and building with your skills and your knowledge until you get to a certain level. The level when the most minute details start counting. And that's where we're talking about today. These are the small details that we need to talk about. Do you use the grill grate that comes standard with your grill? I'm using Kamado Joe grills today, and they come standard with a beautiful stainless steel grill grate. Man, I'm serious, but I think this is gonna survive me. And I'm just 40 years old. Or do you prefer something like this? A heavy cast iron grill grate. Indestructible, heavy, has a lot of energy that it can retain. But then we got something special. Look at this. Not every manufacturer has this, but this is called a soapstone, and this thing is super heavy. This could be, I'm not big into weightlifting, but this could be, I could be shredded by the summer if I keep on doing this. Or another option is this, the cast iron half moon, and you can already see which one is my favorite side. Now, with all these options, you gotta figure out which one do I like best. Which one of these grilling surfaces is gonna make the perfect steak? To test these grilling surfaces, I'm gonna fire up my two Big Joes. Both of them are gonna hold one of the grilling surfaces, so I can perform the perfect test. So while these guys are getting up to temperature, I'm gonna place in my grilling surfaces, starting with the stainless steel. As I told you, it comes standard with the grill. That doesn't mean that it's just a basic utility. It is one of the best grill grates you can get. It is super durable, it is low maintenance, and you can cook almost anything on it. Cleaning it is a breeze, it never rusts. I absolutely love this grilling surface. The second one is the cast iron grill grate. And cast iron is super popular, especially because it can retain a lot of heat. So when you put something on the grilling surface, it's gonna give off a lot of energy for a longer period of time. At the same time, you have the possibility to keep the grill grate in perfect condition as long as you maintain it properly. To the downside, it takes a little bit more effort compared to the stainless steel, but that's such a small price to pay when you get so much heat retention. Because that heat retention is gonna give you absolutely gorgeous sear marks. The third one is a bit special. It's a stone. It's called a soapstone and basically is a porous stone, which you can set into your barbecue and use as a grilling surface. Now you can't compare this with the heat deflectors, which are porous but are not suitable to grill on. The idea behind this stone is that you let it come up to temperature slowly and build up energy in the stone. That's why it is so thick. When you put a big chunk of meat on, it will still be able to hold the temperature that it has. And that's the opposite from the stainless steel grill grate, where you put something on the grill grate, you instantly draw the heat out of the stainless steel grill grate. And the last one is the half moon cast iron griddle plate. You can make the surface non-stick and you can cook anything on it, and at the same time you can retain the oils that come out of your steak, your burger, and help to get a shallow fry on any type of meat that you're grilling. Now that we got them all sitting inside our Kamado Joes, it's time to let them come up to temperature and start prepping our steaks. Of course, I dove into my freezer and I dug out my private selection of house dry aged steaks. Nothing but the best for this test. So I got some beautiful ribeyes, collected them, and now we're gonna throw them on the grill. I'm gonna start with grilling on the stainless steel grill grate and the cast iron grill grate. I already seasoned both grill grates with a little bit of oil and they're ready to go. So let's put on the first steak. We got a nice sizzle. And the second one, and now we're just gonna let them go. Let the grill grates do their job. These steaks are about 1.5 fingers thick. Let's take a look on the other side of this steak. We can see a beautiful heavy sear mark from the cast iron grill grate. Let's flip the stainless steel steak. Beautiful caramelization, but almost no significant sear marks. The stainless steel grill grate did an amazing job. We got beautiful caramelization on both sides. Fat rendered down fantastic. This one's done, time to take it off the grill. And our stainless steel grill grate steak is done as well. Great caramelization, but above all, a great grill grate stripe on the steak. The next steaks I'm going to be cooking on are soapstone and the cast iron half moon. And I already put pieces of fat on these cooking surfaces to render out. There are pieces of fat that were sitting on top of the steaks and they're rendering down, creating a beautiful layer of fat to fry our steaks in. Once the fat is rendered down, it's time to put our steaks on. I'm starting with the cast iron half moon. And here goes my steak onto the soapstone. These steaks are not too thick, but let's take a look at the bottom of these steaks. In just a few seconds, this steak is already building up a crust on the cast iron half moon. And that's because it can retain so much energy that it instantly can give off to the steak. Now let's take a look at the soapstone steak. And again, beautiful caramelization, but completely different to the looks of the cast iron half moon. The cast iron moon crust is much more intense and much more well developed. 20 seconds later, it's time to flip the soapstone steak as well. Now that we flip the steak in the same position, the cast iron moon doesn't have the energy to keep on going, building up that crust. So we gotta move it to a hotter spot on the cast iron half moon. Whereas the soapstone still has plenty of energy to keep on forming that crust. We don't have to move it. It can stay in the exact same position and still is giving off energy. Now all of the steaks have picked up a beautiful crust. It's time to take them off the grill and place them up the board where we can let them rest. And there you have it, all of the steaks cooked on your favorite cooking surfaces. From stainless steel to cast iron half moons. Now of course I'm super biased, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this guy right here.
Oh boy.
And we're going to blindfold him, like a pirate.
Arr.
And we're gonna make sure that he doesn't know or see anything we do. And we're gonna make him eat the steaks. We're gonna make the poor man suffer. You're totally fine, dude. Come with me.
Okay.
Kruk.
Yep. Okay.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. So I'm starting with the first steak. All I need to know is good or not good. And then we're gonna have you decide at one point. There we go.
Yep.
First one.
Okay. Yeah.
Try it. Yeah?
Yep, it's good.
First of all, delicious steak. It's juicy, it's tender, but you definitely get a hint of acidity from that smoke flavor. It's not very pronounced, but it's there. Do I get a big crust? No. I don't get that crust experience, like that whole build-up crust where you think like, oh yeah, this is the one. That's not what this is, but this is a seriously good grilled steak. Yeah. Second steak. All I need to know is it better or less?
Better.
A great steak, juicy, tender, but much more texture. There's a crust on the outside of the steaks that the stainless steel grill grate just didn't have. Now, before I'm getting all excited and calling this the winner, the best steak that you can have on the best grilling surface, let's move on to the soapstone. Is it better or worse?
Worse.
But the caramelization is everywhere. I'm not getting that excitement from the charcoal grilled steak. Now I want to try the final steak. The cast iron half moon. Is this the one? Is it going to win? Is it the best steak ever? Let's find out. Better or worse than the last one?
Better.
All right, now we're going back to the one that you liked the most so far. And is this better than the last one that you had or worse?
Better.
Cast iron grill grate, hands down. This is the winner. For me, there's nothing better. It's got everything. Everything you want. So, personally, this is for me the best way to go. I put in a good nut. That's what I'm saying. What do you think, I'm doing a half-assed job here?
No, apparently not. Oh,
Welcome to the show!
good morning.
So,
All right.
what did you taste? We started with this steak. This was the stainless steel grilled steak, followed by the cast iron. So, you said the cast iron was a step up from the stainless steel grilled steak.
Yeah.
Then we went to the soapstone, which you said was like,
was
not as good as the cast iron. And then we went to the cast iron half moon, and you said it was better than the soapstone.
Yeah.
Then we went back to the cast iron grill grate,
Yeah.
and you said the cast iron grilled half moon was better than the cast iron grilled grill grate.
That's my verdict.
That's your verdict. So you see, there's a thing here called personal preferences, and you have to keep that in mind. What someone is looking for in a steak is not the same as another person. And that's the exciting thing about people. We're not the same, you and me. We're different. We like different things. So this is a great experiment that you can do at home if you have all these tools. And I definitely recommend doing it because these are the details that count when you're looking for your perfect steak. Thank you, Mitchell.
You're welcome. If you need me again for tasting, then I'm a willing subject.
He was always close by. In the meantime, you're gonna be clicking on this video because that's the next video and it's freaking awesome. Thank you patrons for watching. Thank you YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. See, that steak make me stutter. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then.
Eet smakelijk.
And keep on grilling.